Wakanda forever. I am Anubis, also known as the Gothic Tech Guy. Welcome to the show. As you know from the title, we just got to seeing Black Panther. Woo! I tell you.
Encore.
Perfect. They stuck in little messages about where we come from as well as where we're going and how we should go about it without it being too preachy. There was plenty of action. They showed our beautiful cultures in Africa and a diverse number of them. The styles were modern yet still held root to our culture past. Sorry if I'm talking bad.
Because he really speaks Wakandan, so you know,
I am from Wakanda.
The translation, there are no words in Wakanda for a lot of what he's saying, so you're doing really good.
Okay. So I'm here with my beautiful wife. I'm here with my beautiful wife, Sapphire. You should already know. If you don't, you need to check out some of our other videos on the channel. So at this point, the movie been out 2 days. So you will drop some spoilers, but not enough to ruin the movie. Just give you some warning. I talked enough. How do you feel about it?
Just on the general, I loved it.
Now, as you see from the title, we saw it in 4D. Do you feel that it's worth seeing in 4D? Like, did the 4D effect with the chair moving add extra excitement to the movie, or do you think it's not needed? Regular 3D, or matter of fact, even just regular movie is fine.
I would say it depends on the person. If that was their first experience with a 4D movie, then yes, it would subtract and detract and distract as well from the movie. But if it's someone who is familiar and has experienced the 4D movie before, then I feel that it's okay, because they won't be so caught up in the first experience of being in a 4D theater.
Right.
So for me, my experience, because we've seen movies in 4D,
I love it.
I just don't do the water thing because I don't know where the water's been, I don't know how long it's been there, and I really don't know where it's coming from.
I love the water effects usually, but man, people were coming out the theater drenched. Like the water was like super soakers. That's what they call it.
They need to pass out bounty.
It's ridiculous. They need a towel boy. Like, so she turned off her water. Mine was on. The first scene, whoosh, she was like, turn it off. Like, she got wet.
Good though. Like, they were fighting in water, so it was very realistic. Yeah, but I heard that one.
Wow. Wow. All right. So, mind froze. Okay. So, how do you? This was the first movie that I like that's all black cast. Cause
Can you name another?
yes, Medea movies. Medea movies.
Medea movies is not all black cast. It's mostly all Tyler Perry.
True. There was The Belly back in the day, and some other hip hop movies from back in the day. See, those movies are so ghetto. I couldn't really get into it because I'm like ghetto. That makes sense. So it was just like, okay, sure.
When he says ghetto, he means urban. See, because we've been PC for about 26 months now. Since that's South Carolina.
I am from Wakanda. My how you say language is how you say limited to your slang. How you say.
Ratchet.
How you say? I just learned that word. Ratchet, right? That's how you say it?
They were very ratchet.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even see Belly.
Yeah, it was. I I seen it. Not in, yes, the friends of that era that I had, because I was very young time, they had to translate what they were saying because it was so much slang in it, and I don't speak too much slang. I was like, what? What's going on?
Well, then I'm glad we have this movie to rectify that our main way of speaking is just Ebonics.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I'm mad that during the Clinton administration that they even introduced the word Ebonics to us as a form of speaking.
Didn't they start like teaching it in college?
Hillary Clinton had the idea that for us to be able to be on the same level as the white students when we go to college, that there should be classes on Ebonics to teach us how to further mispronounce and misuse the English language. So, but yeah,
I'd rather learn Cleon.
I think I went to Cleon book. I'd rather that. Because I don't want to purposely speak wrong. You know, like they purposely use words with the wrong definition and they purposely pronounce words wrong. I don't want to do that.
What I like about this is that I have like I don't want to come off non-PC, but I have African coworkers and they speak with such a deep African accent that sometimes I have to be like, I'm sorry, what? But this movie, they spoke with the African accent, but not so deep where they had to put subtitle or I had to like, wait, what's going on? I love that it still had the accent, but yet you clearly understood what they were saying and the point they was trying to get across. I love that point.
Yeah, but you also have to remember that Wakanda and Wakandan, I guess that would be the language that they would speak, is a fictional language.
Yes.
So it's a fictional accent. So no, it's like a accent of being a Klingon.
Yeah.
Like when you speak Klingon, it has an accent that goes with it. It's like a
yeah.
It's an accent.
That's
so
true.
they made the movie purposely so that people could understand it, but still recognize it as another language with another accent. Because most Africans actually speak Dutch and French, and that's the accent that we don't get. So it's not like they speak Swahili or like an ancient language. No, yeah. So they did that purposely so that, we can understand them.
So how did you feel about the male characters and the female characters in this movie?
The male characters, well, I can say I'm going to just start with the male characters. I was really happy. And again, this goes to our whole cultural appropriation and back to slavery and after slavery and with the Civil War. What I'm getting at is the whole dark skin and light skin black thing. So I was really happy that all the main characters were dark skinned and beautiful and powerful. The men, they were all dark skinned. They were not what's considered in Hollywood to be sexy and powerful and cute is the look of being mixed with something. Like people would say like, oh, you're beautiful. What are you mixed with? Black and a little bit black and some more black. Like they make it seem as though in order to be beautiful you have to be mixed with something. But in this movie, these were black men. They were hard and dark skinned and they had those black man eyes and wide noses and beautiful lips. And they spoke with such conviction. There was no mistaking that there was a man talking. Like, not like today when there's this whole diversity with being a metrosexual and being feminine. Not that there's anything wrong with being yourself, and if you are a man who is feminine, okay. But to have that portrayed is awesome. And the women, beautiful, their costumes were beautiful. They had such high esteem within the culture of Wakanda. They had high offices. They were like the head general of the army. The woman who played Michonne, I always forget her name, and AMC Walking Dead. She was the head general of the army. She was a woman, and they had to concur and refer to her what she wanted to do, what she thought was right, and it was done. And they were sexy. I mean, those outfits, without being revealing and without showing skin and without showing the full shape, it was just sexy because they were women. Dark and sexy. And svelte.
I felt that's very good points, by the way, and I agree completely. And I felt the 4D experience just enhanced it so much. There's a scene where he's come before the tribes, and the tribes are posted on a mountain, on this mountaintop, and it's like literally on each row there's like different tribes.
Beautiful.
And as you're looking up to look at the different tribes, and each tribe have their own style, the chair tilts up slowly with the camera, and it's just like so freaking awesome. Like, I think that definitely, stuff like that, 4D definitely enhanced the movie and made it better. And this, of course, the action scenes where the chair moves. There's a car scene where the car is flipping
Can we
around.
talk about the token white boy?
We're gonna get to that.
When you said, it just came to me like, wait a minute. We're talking all, the people, and they were. Can we talk about the comedic token white boy, the comedy relief? Without spoiling anything,
It's fine.
Seriously,
It's fine. Yeah,
I appreciated him. I did. I appreciated him.
He was funny.
Because
He was
usually
cool,
that's
funny.
our part.
Yes.
To be the comedic relief. That they usually say that for minorities, like Chris Rock, Chris Tucker, or even Jackie Chan.
Like, there's this other tribe. I was as soon as you said bring up, can we talk about the white boy? I was struggling to remember the name of the other tribe, but they're based on like the Panther, like oh shit. Wakanda, yes, my mind froze.
Wakanda, you are forgetting our homeland. Yes, you have been in
Oh.
America for too long.
Oh, I was drinking. Oh.
I am going to have to get my whipping boy.
Wakanda is based on the goddess Bastet, dealing with the Panther, but there's the other tribe that's in the mountains.
Not Bastet.
Not Bastet? Bass.
B-A-A. That's the Bass.
Bass.
Like instead of saying, oh my God, they would say, oh my Bass.
Yes. This other tribe is in the mountains, and they based off. I guess it looked like it was a gorilla. I don't know if it was based on a gorilla god, but it was a gorilla. An ape?
It was a white ape.
White ape? White ape. My son just remind me. Yes, white ape. And the part where they came before him, and like everyone's black except for the token white, and he's like, and let me just add, you don't talk here.
You do not speak.
You do not speak.
He did him like the same way they do us. So we can be in court, we can be fighting for our life. We could just be walking down the street and the police question us, but they'll question us and be like, "You do not speak. You do not speak," and they just shut them down. They did the traditional HBU, historically black colleges. It keeps saying to know, but the HBU Alpha Beta Kappa. Ooh, shut it down. Whoop whoop. Ooh, let the dogs out. Ooh. Ooh, shut up, white boy. Okay, so they shut that down.
That's so funny.
That was one of my favorite parts of the movie because he laughed so hard. He was like, "Yeah, and if you keep talking, I'm gonna feed you to my children." And the white boy was like,
"Face
you know that
face he made."
That Disney, Looney Tunes, freaking Daffy Duck, where they go, He did the go. And then the guy laughed so hard. He was like, "We don't even, we're vegetarians, you idiot." Like, point checkmate. We don't eat meat. And if we did, we wouldn't eat the white meat. So that was a point to like let people know, like, this is who we are. This is how we've been from the beginning. Just like there was another scene in the movie when she was like, don't forget your origins. You know, the same people that are here in Wakanda are the same people that are in Oakland over on Earth. You know, they're still your people. We say that all life came from Africa. Remember when she said that? She said, we say that this is where everything started. So if this is where everything started, then we are basically the mothers, sisters, brothers, fathers of humankind. And I strongly believe that. As much as I believe the world is flat. JK.
So, let's talk about the villain. My son's favorite, and then my son officially favorite new nickname for himself, Killmonger. Killmonger.
Monger.
See, he's over here correcting me.
I don't think he was. I honestly didn't find him to be a villain.
So,
I didn't.
this is a, we dropped the spoilers. It's fine. So tell your point of view of what he wanted to do and why you felt that it's not you don't feel that it's a villain act.
I'm not really sure I understand the question.
Like his role in the movie is portrayed supposed to be the villain, but in your eyes, you said you don't see him as a villain. So I was gonna say, tell the audience your point of view of what he wanted to accomplish and why you feel that what he wants to accomplish.
I don't find him to be a villain the same way I wouldn't find Judas to be a villain, because I feel like everyone has their purpose and their place, and not only that, but he was right. Like, nothing that he did was quote unquote wrong. He was right in that he was officially a part of Wakanda. He was right in that his father was a higher official, the brother of the king, and he was right that he could challenge the throne.
Birthright.
Yeah, his birthright. So all that, and he was left. They literally left a Wakandan little boy here on Earth with a story, like a fairy tale of this great mystical place called Wakanda, and this place that is called Africa. And he's in Oakland with Rodney King being beat and everything else. It was like it took place like during that time because they kept flipping back and forth. So I don't really consider him to be a villain, only a villain in the part that he was a villain to himself because he let that hatred and all that anger be his demise, and almost the demise of Wakanda, because he almost destroyed Wakanda. But as far as villain, like the Joker or something, no, I don't find him to be a villain. I don't. Do you?
The thing is, I can't see him as a villain because I'm black. But any other race, he will be definitely the villain. If you're watching this and you didn't see it yet, he wanted to take the high advanced technology of Wakanda and conquer the world, be the king of the world. He wanted to empower all the black people around the world that was oppressed and give them high-tech weapons and rise up against their government and overthrow them. So, being that it wouldn't have been a problem for us because he would have been giving us the guns. So I can't okay, yeah, he's a villain. I'm not the one to every race other than us. So I can't say, oh yeah, he's such a bad guy. Like,
but that
there's no threat to me or my family. So.
But inadvertently, that's what I said. Inadvertently, he almost destroyed Wakanda. Look what happened.
It would have been world war.
They started fighting, right? So no, maybe no one would have been left.
Yeah.
It could have been the end of our existence, period. Like. I
mean, unless he was going to do what he promised and scoop all of us up and bring us to this place that has a shield and all that.
It still wouldn't have worked because, like, in my opinion, slavery is a mentality. Like, you can't free yourself from oppression and once you realize that you are oppressed and enslaved. And right now, our mentality that we have in 2018 is that we are not oppressed, and that we are not held down. And that has a lot to do with Obama being president for 8 years, because that let little black boys and little black girls know, okay, there's no more excuses. We can do and or be anything we want. But on the same token, we cannot. We cannot. Racism is still very much alive. Slavery is still very much alive right here on this very continent that we live on. Oppression is very much alive. I feel like what is happening now is what would have happened if he would have given them guns. They introduced guns into the hood, and what happened? Shoot each other up. So he would have gave us guns, and somebody would have wanted to be king of Brooklyn.
Yeah.
And, so it would
Yeah. By the way, not that I agree with his method, because that's like his
terroristic.
Yeah, like it's totally overkill. I definitely agree with what Black Panther, I can't remember his name. Yeah. T'Challa, thank you. His plan to help our people in America and stuff like that, and around the world that's not part of Wakanda. So he's making outreach buildings.
That's how you do it. You start with the children. You start with the youth. Excuse me. Like each one teach one. It takes a village. All those things. You start with the youth, because only with the youth can you change the method of thinking. You can't start with a 70-year-old person that already has experienced slavery, because if someone's 70, they were probably at the last end of slavery during the Civil War. So they experienced the whole, if they didn't experience slavery, they definitely experienced the Jim Crow laws and racism and sitting in the back of the bus. You can't change their mind. Because actually, some of them actually feel like that's just the way it is. But you start with the kids, and you start teaching them science and about worlds that are beyond Earth, like different planets, and open up their minds, and we will change our people. Slowly. And little girl, main character, who was his little sister, and she was also, well, she was one of the main characters, but she was also the youngest character. His sister, that's why I was saying start with the youth, start with the little girls, like let them know. And the reason why I'm saying this is not about being a feminist or anything like that. It's because the sad fact of the matter is that the majority of our black men are incarcerated. So if you even start with small numbers, if there were 10 black men, 5 of them right now are incarcerated. Take out another 2 of them for being gay and or homosexual, and take out another one because maybe he cannot procreate. And just take out one more just for like hood violence. So that means that out of the 10 black men that we could have had to choose from, we now have 2. So that's kind of the percentage. But with the women, we have so many more women. So teach the women. That's like what Malcolm X was trying to say when he was like, give us guns, give the women guns, teach the women self-defense. Because if anything were to happen, like if all the black men were to go and there was to be a war right now, and there was a draft or all the men left, women would be what is left. And I don't mean here to wash and cook, which are all very important, but we need some scientists, we need some astrologists, we need some doctors, we need lawyers, we need positions of work that have not been established for our people as the norm. We need some astronauts. Like, give us some black female astronauts. I mean, like, we need to go above what we've been taught. Yes, judges, doctors, lawyers, all very important. But let's get some astrophysicists. Let's get some engineers. Let's build some bridges in Africa. Let's do irrigation. Let's get some people that are ecologists, entomologists. Let's teach our girls these words. Because these words in themselves are foreign to them. Astrophysics, what? Like that, teach them that and let them know. And that's like what this movie kind of depicted. I think that every little kid should see this movie. Just like every little kid knows how to do all the new dances and can say the lyrics to all the rap songs, and I think that this should be something
agree, but
that
you're
they should
completely
see.
right.
And as far as a lot of people may also say, like, oh, there was no dancing. This is supposed to be like culturally African. Well, I think that the people that made the movie, the reason why there were no love scenes, they're traditional love scenes. There were love scenes, but intimate in a different manner. Like, I guess they were trying to prove that to be intimate, you don't need to penetrate. To be intimate, you don't need to be butt-ass naked. You can still be intimate and loving and have a quote-unquote love scene, but not be on a bed. Because there were a lot of intimate scenes.
Yep.
Even between brother and sister. That's a love scene, but not in a traditional way of penetration. It was a lot of scenes that tugged at your heart.
Yep.
But not in a traditional sense. And I think that that's important as well. I think that we just, not only as a people, but as a race, but we as a people, because that's really what I'm concerned with, we need to broaden our horizons, we need to elongate our attention spans, because the movie was a bit long, but I enjoyed it, but we need to elongate our attention spans. And we need to give females a different, like a whole makeover. Like, I was tell you real quick, I was telling a joke to my friend, like, oh, I'm gonna tell my husband, I'm gonna be like, baby, I'm gonna be real sexy for you. I'm gonna put on a bunch of clothes, like a whole bunch of clothes, and keep putting on piece after piece, like put on a pair of gloves. Like, you like me now? Yeah, isn't this sexy? Because he's bombarded all day, every day, everywhere with naked women, from social media to bus ads. So I was gonna give him a taste of something different. I was gonna be fully dressed and keep putting on clothes. Putting them on, like, yeah, put a hat on, put a ski mask on, baby. You see me? You see me? You see me? You see me? Yeah. But I enjoyed the movie, and it was my husband's birthday.
Yes.
Team Aquarius, so that was a part of his birthday situation, and there we go.
As a superhero movie, I felt it did fantastic. It was awesome. I give examples: Spider-Man and Ant-Man movie. Other superheroes showed up, had cameos in the movie. They felt that those movies actually needed more established heroes to help it along and be good. This movie, I kept like, okay, she wants another hero eventually trying to help him. Captain America gonna show up. It's an awesome one. Oh.
Stanley.
He handled his Stanley's there. He handled everything himself. Things went sideways, he fixed it. Like, there was no call to Avengers, yo, I need backup. Nope. And we waited till after all the credits rolled and everything. I thought, okay, the Avengers gonna show up at the end or something. Nope. It's just all about him, and it was fantastic. It was flawless. You didn't feel the need like, oh, I wish Thor showed up or Iron Man. Nope. It was great. His suit is awesome.
And
I
the
want
action
it.
scenes were
The action
awesome.
scenes was fantastic.
They even
Suit.
had cross culture action scenes when they went to Korea, and she was speaking Korean. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome. That scene with the car. Yeah, the action.
I love that.
Great.
Even though his suit is made out of the unbreakable metal, that the metal that's the strongest metal in the whole universe, and he can just put it on anytime he wants. Yet he has plenty of fight scenes where he didn't just like, oh, I got my suit on. Nope, kicked ass just fine without having to put it on. Like,
And he chose
awesome.
to fight without his
Yes.
powers. Remember, without, again, spoiler, but remember he was like, yeah, shut it down. Like, and he just fought like a man against man, which was awesome. And he had the power with the Black Panther in him. Oh, wait. The guy, the quote-unquote villain, there's just one thing he did that did make him a villain. That was just that one thing that was just senseless when he said, burn it all. That made no sense.
Now the white dude explained it. He said because he's trained make sure no one else challenged him. He didn't want no one else to grab one of those and okay, I have the power to fight you now, or he want to make sure there's no one else, no one else to challenge him. I know he totally broke tradition. Like,
what about when he dies? Like that, basically he was making it impossible for there to ever be another Black Panther.
Yeah, he was breaking the bloodline. Because he's gonna
die as a human. And someone else needs to put that suit on. That's why they kept, he was like,
I hope they have a secret field somewhere, maybe.
Well, she had some, so she could have seeds from that. That's another reason why, because I am a big apocalypse aficionado. I am all about bugging out, bugging in, and having things to reprocreate. I have seeds for every plant that my husband and I would need in case something would happen and we were just out there. We can plant some avocados, we can plant some sunflowers, get sunflower seeds, get sunflower seeds oil. We have hemp seeds, we have aloe. All my seeds are in a vacuum sealed bag, just in case something happens with gases and everything is contaminated. We good, bro. So yeah, that I didn't like. That made him a villain. But out of how many stars?
5 out of 5.
I would give it 5 squared.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean squared?
5 squared pi. That's 5 times infinity.
Okay.
Squared. That little number. But you don't like maths.
So compared to your favorite, I love math. Oh, I don't like word math, right?
Right. He makes word problems.
Yes, I don't. Compare this as a superhero movie. Is it better than your last favorite superhero movie? What's your favorite superhero movie and how this one stacks up to it? Let me rephrase that question.
My favorite superhero movie of this generation of all. You're gonna laugh because it's gonna be Superman. When I was a little girl, that was the first superhero movie that I ever saw, other than the TV show American Hero.
And that's your favorite?
It's my favorite because of the nostalgia that I have with it. When they came out from the other planet wearing the all black gothic and the high boots, I was like, but wait, who are those people? They look really cool. Just with the Krypton and the other planet and the temple and that was my favorite. Yeah. So, that's how I was like, you're gonna laugh at me.
Oh, I love Superman.
You're all gonna laugh at me. I mean, I do like Batman.
I actually thought you was gonna say Wonder Woman, but okay.
It was not my favorite. She is one of my favorite superheroes, but that was not my favorite movie. And how does this one compare to it? The same, because it was the first time ever I was able to see a superhero movie with people of my own complexion, not just being nannies or nurses or maids, but being the main character. So it holds the same nostalgia, but I'm gonna say I like it better. Because it just made my mind go psh. As a writer and as a special effects makeup artist and as a clothing designer, that movie had my brain oh wow, okay.
So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. Have you seen this movie? It's from our generation. It's called Meteor Man. It was some of y'all might be too young for it, but he was a black superhero.
Yes.
That
was a satire though. It was meant to be comedic.
And then there's the other black superhero movie.
This is a brother from another planet.
Blade.
Again, totally different. Each one that you're naming is a totally different
And Will
genre.
Smith superhero movie, Hancock.
Again, a totally different. Hancock though, I like the idea of Hancock and I love Will Smith's acting. I did not like the direction of that movie. I don't remember who the director was. I don't really remember the soundtrack. But No, Hancock was too one page, like too flat. He kept the same face. You pretty much could predict what was gonna happen.
That stupid smile he was on.
And he was a drunkard. Like, you know, when it comes to us being in any role that's of authoritative, we always have this one thing. And it's not like something like kryptonite. No, it's something that we do to ourselves. Like, oh, he won't love anyone. You know, he won't break down those walls. Or he just won't stop drinking. Or he just won't stop doing that stupid face. Like he was.
So I bring those up as example because this movie was a perfect superhero. Like he's a king and a superhero. Like he cared for
And a
everyone.
nice person.
Yes.
And a lover.
Perfect balance.
And he respected his mother. Like they showed all of that. And he respected his sister. And he loved his little sister. And he supported her. And he loved, like, he even loved his cousin who was trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm. So I bring those up as example. Like he didn't have to overcome any drug addiction, alcohol, or anything. It was just
He didn't have no illegitimate
positive.
kids. He had to give him another planet.
Mm-hmm.
You know, no crazy baby brothers. He didn't have no parole convictions. Cause in Suicide Squad,
Yeah.
the black character.
Yeah. Will Smith again.
Right. And they were all felons. Like there's always something with our characters, but with him.
I think it's Death Shot. What's his name in that movie? I forgot.
Yes, Deadshot. Yeah.
Deadshot? Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes, I agree totally with my wife. 5 out of 5. Perfect superhero movie. Does it beat my favorite all-time superhero movie?
What is your favorite?
I actually been racking my brain like this. There's so many of them I like. I don't know if I ever like had to like.
Well, you do now. So what is it?
Batman. Not this Batman. The Batman with I really forgot his name.
Which one?
He played in Equilibrium. Matter of fact, he's also the same one who plays in one of your favorite movies, American Psycho. Because he did
yes,
real martial
yes.
arts in that Batman movie, and it was just
Christian Bale.
Yeah, he was so fast. It was freaking awesome.
He is a character actor.
It was it was very realistic.
Remember, he did The Machinist.
Yeah.
He embodies the character.
Yeah.
Yes, Batman.
Like before his Batman movies, Batman were like almost cartoonish and doing stupid lines. Like his was more dark and
I love it.
realistic.
It was almost like kind of like that same feel that you got from watching like a movie like The Crow.
Yes.
Like that Avenger, that dark Avenger.
Yeah.
From the streets.
So,
The coon. He was like the coon.
I would say this one beats it, not because it's an all black movie and all that. The fact that it had so much good positive message, great storyline, incredible action. I love how high tech his suit is. Like his suit, I would have to say, is almost on par with Iron Man's suit without being over tech. Like Iron Man's suit is all bulky and robotic and stuff, where his suit looks like latex, but it's not. It's very high tech. It's not. It's nanobots. It's like a nanotechnology.
Meaning it absorbs your kinetic energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing about this movie. It introduced factors of science that usually laymen or the mainstream wouldn't even know. But because of this movie, now people were like, oh, kinetic energy. Because that is awesome. That's like a martial arts thing. Like, you know, when your opponent hits you, you're supposed to now absorb that energy that they just hit you with, hold it, and push it back on them. And that's what that suit does. So he could get shot, a grenade thrown at him, and the more you hit him, the stronger he gets. Which is awesome.
I like that they explained it. It wasn't just oh, your suit is unbreakable, and then that's it. And then you just see stuff bounce off, and you're like, oh, okay, so his suit is, he has an armor suit. Like, they actually explain why it is.
That's what I mean. It's just like
I love
teaching.
that. Yes.
Like, without being preachy and or teachy, it let mainstream people, even, like I said, most people don't know even what genetic energy is.
Yes.
But it, like you said, they were like, okay, now your suit is unbeatable, and as you see him running and getting shot with bullets, you're thinking in your head, ooh, he's picking up all that kinetic energy. So that's awesome. It's like Sesame Street.
So I have to say the critics was right, because I didn't see no spoilers before I seen it, but I did hear the reports of all the critics that went to see the pre-release of it, and everyone gave it perfect scores, and I see why. It was...
My husband gave it a 5, so usually he is my critic. If he likes it and he gives it a 5, I'm usually gonna like it and give it a 5 because he is very hard on movies, especially movies that have to do with what he likes, which is superheroes and techie kind of stuff. He like evaluates stuff. So if he likes it and he gives it a thumbs up, or in our case, a Super X, then I would too. And I would definitely recommend it. I would definitely recommend you take your kids to see it. There was no cursing at all.
Holy crap.
Yes, there was no cursing, although there was violence, but there was no blood. There was no bullet, like there was no arms
There was
flying
blood,
off.
but very little. It wasn't like...
Right, it wasn't like a horror film. It was expected blood. Like if you go take your
You
kids to
get
see
like when you got
that,
shot.
yeah, you can take, and they even censored that.
Yeah,
They were even
it wasn't like
censoring
gushing
that.
blood or nothing. It was just, I didn't realize no one
Take
cursed.
your kids, you can take your kids, you
I'm about
can
to see
take
it
your
again.
grandmother, you can take Nana to see it.
It was good. It was
And
good. I
Nana
definitely
would
approve.
definitely.
I like. We're definitely gonna see it a second time. Like it was.
No, I'm serious. Like
it was really
I
good.
would recommend go take your grandmother to see it.
I mean, you don't have to see it in 4D, but I mean, if you can afford to see it in 4D, I recommend you see it in 4D. It was awesome. Oh, just turn off the water or bring a towel. But yeah, it was awesome. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe if you're not a subscriber. If you are a subscriber.
Oh wait, don't.
You have more? Sorry.
What didn't you like about the movie?
What did I like about it?
If there was anything that you didn't like, what
Oh
did you
yeah,
not
I
like?
have one big problem with that movie. That they didn't cast me.
Bravo. But babe, you were in Wakanda and with the date and with the time when you shape-shifted and then there was the wall and then Donald Trump.
Oh yeah.
But next time.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope.
Anything?
It was an awesome standalone movie. Like I said, no other superhero had to come in and save him. Help
And
him,
it
nothing.
could have gone
Awesome.
on. Like, you know, when you watch a movie and your head, you're like, alright, we gotta wrap this up now. Like, you know, yeah, you just gotta wrap it up. I could have sat there and watched a whole nother hour of Wakanda. Like,
Yeah.
seriously.
It was so beautiful.
That
It
beautiful.
was so beautiful.
Can you take me back to Wakanda?
We walked out the theater and it was like, why New York is so low tech?
Low tech and
Why do
dirty.
people are dressed like this? Like, where's the color at?
And where are the smiles? And it's just so dirty here. Like, we got on the train and I was literally like, in my head, I am not here. I am in Wakanda.
Compared to the trains that's in Wakanda, it's like, oh, what is this place? What?
This is not our realm.
I want to go home.
I'm not supposed to let people know, but this is not our realm. So yeah, there's nothing I didn't like, and thank you, baby.
Cool. I had a great time. Hope you had a great time watching
We
this.
had champagne.
Yes, definitely. Good stuff. So subscribe if you're a subscriber. Share this video. We're trying to get the numbers up.
Hit the like button if you liked it, and if you didn't like it, hit the don't like button. But if you didn't like it and you hit the don't like button, can you please tell us why in the comments you did not like it, so that we could change it. And next video you can be a subscriber and